Hello, everybody. Welcome to a little end of week Friday. It's Friday, the 26th. Again, I have a busy day tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a work day tomorrow. This is my work to-do list tomorrow. If anybody was curious, just kind of overflow things I need to catch up on from this week, just because I have had a new team member that I was onboarding this week, and so that naturally just takes a little bit of extra time and hours. So and then Sunday have brunch with my best friend to celebrate her birthday, which was last week, but I had a music event last week, and so I was not able to celebrate with her. And I am going to be setting up my dailies, which don't actually technically have to be set up. They're technically already there. I just want to add a little bit more like deco to them. And then also really, that was Sunday, really quickly want to just like set things up so that I don't really have to do it this weekend. And so that way I have a little bit more time this weekend to kind of do like my house reset. I still have some cleaning to kind of catch up on. I need to fold my clothes, do the bedding, vacuuming, dusting, and stuff like that I usually do on the weekend. This was my weekly so far this week. And again, this is going to be a work day. I left today open, and then Sunday I'm going to do some stuff. But let's go ahead and take a quick peekaroo at my weekly this week. So this is just a Peanuts Planner Co. week on 2 pages. It is an insert that I bought. I don't remember which one it is. Realize that I did print some of her freebie inserts because I just was curious about them. But I printed the week on 1 page, which I had mixed feelings about a week on 1 page because I like having a 2-page view. I'd rather have a little bit of extra room than not enough room. But this is the freebie. And honestly, I kind of want to, I would use one of these if I didn't already have all of my weeks through the end of June printed. But I think I'm going to use these for Q2. So I just test printed a couple of them yesterday. I just like that they have the habit tracker and a couple of different weekly boxes already in there. This is excellent as a freebie from her Facebook group. So we'll be using those for stuff moving forward. But let's real quick, I just like to put in my events in the weeklies over here. And then what I typically do is as the events happen, I cross them off. This is what I refer to as kind of just my weekly overview. Like if I need to just overview a day, I like doing this. I'm likely not going to get as decorative this week because this was actually super cute to reference. I'm not going to lie. I really ended up loving this more and more as the week went on. But last week, if you saw last week's video, there was just so much, there's too much happening. So next week is already going to be the end of April, beginning of May, which is absolutely wild to me. So I'm literally going to just grab some clear date dot stickers. These are from Sticker My Journal, and we're just going to start, let me grab my tweezers. From the front of my book, and we're just gonna put the 29. I have a 29 up here. These are just clear date dot stickers. We're gonna go 29, 30. I have a lot of these stickers because my package initially got lost in the postal service. Then I messaged her and I was like, hey, I think my package is lost. I can't seem to find it. It never showed up. And then a month after she resent me, she was so kind of just resent me my entire order, which was a bunch of espresso and clear date dot stickers. A month later, it showed up. So I have a bunch of these, but they're so high quality and I love using them. So I'm not even mad about it. And I'll continue to be a repeat customer. All right, so this is not, again, super exciting, but we're gonna make it work. And then one thing that I want to do is I'm gonna draw a little line down here so that I can make my 2 columns of checklists. Now, if you're wondering what this is a Moterm Personal Luxe 2.0. And these are Franklin Covey compact size inserts. This is a Zig Clean Color Dot marker in gray. It has a little fine liner on this side that I find is perfect for just drawing this extra line. Now, I won't migrate my weekly tasks until Sunday afternoon. Likely I still have a few things that I'll probably take care of that I can check off, but I like having just sort of like a personal and work. And this week I put personal on and then work A. And again, I apologize for the extra shadows. I am experimenting with a couple things, trying to do something to reduce the amount of shadows that happen, but I have an overhead light, but then I also have my ceiling fan that's behind me because my desk is kind of in the corner, and the way that my office is facing, the window doesn't get a ton of natural light, and I have my piano in front of the window anyway, so there's no fixing that. And my desk is bolted to the wall because it's custom built in. My boyfriend custom built me my desk and bookshelves when I started my business in my office, and that's been amazing. So we roll with it. We'll figure it out one day. I'll lighten this as much as I can so it's not quite so dark when we get there. But this week I have another busy week, but not maybe quite as packed, and I'm really not going to be adding in any extra, maybe minus one of my clients was super sick last week, so we weren't able to do her private call, and I will likely squeeze her in at some point this week. I just am waiting for her to like feel like a human again, and I have a little cup of tea here. That's what I'm sipping on. So I'm just gonna start putting this in here. So 8 a.m. is my weekly meeting with my VA Jackie, and then I have a one-to-one, and then I've got a client again who she's a nurse and her schedule just got weird. So normally we would have had our one-on-one last week, but I moved her to this week. And if you're like, what is a client one-on-one? It is my private clients do a monthly private call with me. Now it's optional, they don't have to book. Conto is at the church for our concert venue because we have our concert Sunday. And so my clients have the option to book like a private call with me once a month for just a live check-in. And I'm starting a new chiropractic treatment this next week. And I have a consulting call. Tuesday's a check-in day, so unless it's private calls with my clients, there's typically not a ton going on Tuesdays. And so I'm going to be doing 3 adjustments per week at my chiropractor's office. 3 p.m. KDFCA. And I've got another 3:30? Is that correct? Yeah, that's it. Okay, then 3:30 another. It looked weird on my calendar. I always keep a Google calendar because I have about 4 different calendars that stuff gets booked on, and it like uploads directly into my and I have therapy on Wednesday night, directly into my iCal on my MacBook. And then I've got Thursday 9 a.m. I have a B&I meeting, and then I have an insurance meeting for my mom's insurance. So we're starting the process of getting her set up with some life insurance. 7:30 Friday again is a chiro adjustment. And then I have another meeting with my assistant. We do an end of week meeting as well. And then I have a meeting with another nutrition coach that I recently met, and she's local. And she just wanted to meet for breakfast just to like kind of just like swap stories, talk shop, things like that. So it's more like a casual networking meeting. And then Saturday the 4th, I have the concert for an orchestra that my friend plays in. And then Sunday, I have a concert, 1 p.m. call time, 3 p.m. concert. I have a concert. It's like the end of concert season. I don't think that after this concert, I'm going to be continuing with this group into the fall semester. We'll break for the summer, but this Monday, 7 p.m. is so difficult on my schedule. One, because I usually don't finish wrapping up work until 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and then I just have to go straight to choir, and then I don't get home until 9:30 or 10, and then Tuesday is like my busiest, heaviest client work day. And so it's very draining on me, and I need to just free up some schedule and some time. I am going to be doing some other music things, but I don't know if this is going to continue to be my outlet, at least for the fall and winter concerts. I need to just turn a little bit more focus to my personal care, which means getting to sleep a little bit earlier. And when I'm kicking off Monday evenings and it's so late, it's very hard to regulate the rest of my week. Green tea is so refreshing. And that's a struggle. I'm gonna put, where did I put my cleaning schedule? I put my cleaning schedule up here this week, and I actually really liked that. So we're gonna go cleaning. And this was bathroom dust, vacuum mop, bedding. And that can happen at any point this week, but it usually happens like midweek to the weekend. Bedding, wash clothes, fold clothes. Yes, those are two different events. If you know, you know. I usually put like a priorities list over here. Like if there's like major priorities this week that I need to make sure I attend to, I will kind of write them here. I don't know what that will be because like I said, I have a busy work day tomorrow on Saturday. So I'm going to update the rest of this on Sunday night. But so far, this is what I have. Again, I might only add 1 or 2 more meetings. Really just one on my one client who is sick. I'll stick her in maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. She got strep and she's on medication. So she's just like not feeling like a full human right now. So we will adjust that. Okay. So that is my weekly. I need to kind of finish updating my my April monthly. This week I didn't really do my priorities. I usually write in what kind of my priority days were here. That did not happen. This, I was sick, which was really unfortunate. I don't really want to talk about it. I'm really bummed about that. But this whole week, I don't even know really what happened. What were the main things that I did this week? I just like to do this so I have an overview of where my events really went. I did this. Everfit calendars are probably going to happen this week, so I'll update May. I'm not going to write anything here. I actually want to create a monthly that's just 4 weeks, because I really work on 4-week schedules, especially with my recurring tasks for my business. And it's just easier for me to think about it that way. But I had set this up already by accident kind of this way. But if you look at my May setup, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to take some time off in this week. Like I have this day off already. This is Memorial Day. I might take this day off. I'm going to take some time off this last week of May. So I won't really have any projects unless I want to work on something. This is likely going to be Everfit Cals. I usually update Everfit, which is my training app for my clients, at the end of the month going into the next week. But whenever there's a month like this that kind of ends in the middle of the week, I always update this full week to give me just a little bit of a buffer. So that's what we'll be doing. So let me update what I did in March. April. This is April, y'all. What was this? This was, honestly, I'd have to refer to my dailies maybe to even like understand like what the heck happened this week. What did I even work on? That was Sunday. This was Monday. This was meetings and still sick. Meetings and sick. This was check-ins and one-on-ones. Wednesday, again, what did I do this week? Ooh, it flew by. But it was also long, like there's still a lot that happened. Meetings. This week was very meetings heavy the first 3 days of the week. Yesterday, how cute are those dailies? What was yesterday? Yesterday was, again, meetings. My schedule is not normally this meeting heavy. It's not my preference. It's just kind of the nature of the beast right now. And I think it's something that will shift eventually. It will have to, because it's not sustainable. And then this week was just client. Today was really kind of my client work day, where I finally got caught up on all of the client resources. So what ends up happening is, as I'm doing my check-ins, as I'm talking to my clients throughout the week, we kind of identify things that they need from me. Today is ad hoc. I'm doing a whole bunch of nonsense tomorrow. We kind of determine like what they need as far as resources, especially like I do a lot of coaching for like gut health and hormone imbalances. And while a lot of it ends up being fixed, oops, I forgot to put this back, just by basic interventions, some people need slightly higher level interventions. That's March. And that really requires for us to sometimes go through elimination diets, sometimes bring in more nutrients to help with like estrogen clearance and things like that. If somebody's having a lot of gut issues, we might need to test different eliminations and then go through reintroductions. And rather than have my clients guess at, well, what am I supposed to eat? I will usually talk to them about like, what is their schedule? What is their needs? What is their routine for grocery shopping? Do they have a family that they also have to consider prepping meals for? And I will usually create and source recipes, food lists, recommendations for them based on what they need. And what's kind of cool about that is every time I create or come up with something new, I just continue to build my client resource library. So like there are hundreds of resources and recipes in my client recipe library that they can peruse. And sometimes I will direct them to maybe something that I've already made. But a lot of times, the people have different preferences. And is that a little bit extra? Maybe, but what I do is personalized private coaching. Like it should be just a little bit extra. That's literally what they're paying for, is to have that additional support. So anyway, so these are day on 2 pages from Roro Designs. And I have everything already dated through May. And then I have my, through the end of May. And then I have my May dailies ready to pop in here. I think they're already in here. So I have the rest of May, and then after May, so it goes April dailies, April weeklies, May dailies, May weeklies. So even after my May or my April weeklies are done here, you'll see this goes directly into the following week. So it's just weeklies, dailies, and this is really where I live most of the time. So what I typically do in here is I'll put my appointments in my schedule also here. So we just did kind of that weekly overview. And this is, if you've seen this before and you're like, Elena, this is not exciting. No, it's not exciting. But I finally kind of, this is the longest that I've been in like a planner system. I'm going on 8 months in rings. And I found a system that really is very functional for me, which is really all I care about. And so I'm just gonna roll with it. And I like that I can kind of pre-print for the quarter something that works so that I don't have to worry about like printing and cutting things all the time, but I can switch it up quarterly. Like I'm gonna switch up my quarterlies, my quarterly weeklies on the quarter, which is really nice. I'm very excited for that. This is at 12:45. And I think that part of the whole planning experience is just like finding something that works for you and work until you feel like it needs to change. 7, 8 to 9. Okay. And that's really all there is to it. And I need to keep my personal and my work together because the nature of my job is flexible enough. I have a lot of structure, not gonna lie. You have to have structure when you're self-employed, because if you treat it like a hobby, you're gonna have hobby results. If you treat it like a business with a schedule, with deadlines, with, you know, expectations, then you'll have a business. Like, that's really how it works. Tie 3:30. Ooh, I wrote that wrong. I need to write the time. If you treat your business like a business, it'll give you business results. So I have a lot of structure within my business. And so I really just need something that allows me, though, just like the smallest amount of flexibility. Because again, the other perk really is that there is some flexibility. Like, for example, therapy. This is a personal appointment. But I have to know this is what's on my calendar in order to effectively plan for my work day, right? So I can plan around, but you'll notice that like Chiro's first thing in the morning, therapy is at the end of the day. My general rule is I don't do personal appointments in the middle of the day or in the middle afternoon. It's like beginning of the day or the end of the day, or no go. Small exceptions for things like, if we have a meeting for insurance for my mom, and that's like a 1:30 meeting, but that's just me sitting on the phone with them, kind of adding my 2 cents in every now and then. And I know it's not going to take very long, and I don't have to go anywhere, so it doesn't really pull my focus, and I can maybe even multitask during that meeting. And that's totally fine. Again, Friday, 7:30 Chiro. Again, see, first thing in the morning, 7:30 Chiro. And then I have 8:30 Jackie meeting, 10 a.m. meeting with Rose. Saturday. GSO concert. Sunday. 1 p.m. call time. 3 p.m. concert. And that's currently the schedule for the week. Much more manageable than this week. I usually have like every other week for my call calendars, but just lately things have been shifting a little bit, so I've been flexible. Now, the reason I have everything kind of pre-printed is because I will have things that I need to put in advance, like canceling Caboodle, ? I wrote that a week and a half ago because I need to cancel Caboodle. And I didn't want to forget, so I just put it on the day that it's due versus like deal with a future log necessarily. Future log is more for like events and big picture items, and I do reference it, but I normally will just go and write it on the day. But if it's anything that goes beyond like this month or the next month, then that's what I use a future log for. And I do have one at the beginning of my, to just track like contract end dates, personal events, days off, vacations, holidays, things like that. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to make this a little bit cute. I did this siren washi this week, and I really actually liked kind of already having the theme sort of picked for the week. I do want to keep using these little hollow stickers from Vixie's Plans. I just don't know. I think I'm going to use a sparkle washi. This is from Arch Michael. I feel like this is very much a vibe. So we're going to do a little sparkle washi on each day. I'm gonna try to not like block this out, but I also need to see where I'm putting this washi down. Whee! And there was like stuff here for like Franklin Covey method, like the signifiers in this, but I don't use that. I use the bullet journal signifiers 99% of the time. And I actually like having the 2 columns on the side for stuff, because I can, if I need to put an arrow through something, it makes it easy. So like, for example, like here was really nice. I don't know. I really like that. Friday. And this is pretty for spring, but it's not like too florally. I'm not like a huge fan of like florals, pinks, girly shit. If it's girly shit, it needs to be like a little like skulls, roses, mushrooms, little potions, you know. That girly shit. I'm not a pink person. Not that I dislike the color pink as a general concept. It's not like my go-to, although I do like sometimes florals, but not all the time. It just depends. I'm not like a typical, like when people say, oh, I like pink, and they like really like pink. Like that was me when I was like 19, so it was like over 10 years ago. But definitely not now. Oh, and if you hear like loud crashes, my boyfriend just went into the garage, which is right next to my office, to do a workout. I'm going to be doing that after this. I need to exercise. Yay. 30. I want this down here. And then I'm going to put a day of the week sticker, and we're going to go 1. These are so cute. I'm going to cry when I'm out of these. I might just have to stock up the next time she updates her shop and she has these in stock. I might just have to buy like 10 sheets of these, because these are just too freaking fun. Oh, that's beautiful. And what's funny is I'm not one to do like an entire theme for an entire week. Like I'll flip through some of my dailies here in a second from like beginning of April, but I just don't have the energy to deal with like deco right now on a day-to-day basis. Like it takes up more brain power than what I really can give to it. Oh, this is gonna be Sunday, but this is weird because it's like attached to the like next day, right? Oh, that is Sunday. This will be Monday of the next week, and I'll move this page over when that happens. All right, JK, that's fine. LOL JK. And I kind of want to use these little typewriter dudes this week. Mix it up just a little bit. These were from Sweet Freckle Designs, back when I thought I was going to be in like the Sweet Freckle Designs like library. Not library, diary. Library. And it was a beautiful book. It was a week size. I thought I was going to be in a week's girly. It had a page per day, and it was undated. And so I bought the stickers that went with it to like date the weeks. And then I ended up not using, I bought 2 of them, started one, didn't finish it, used it for some random shit, ended up just scrapping it. And then I sold the other one because I realized I'm just not a week sized person. And that's okay. But I had these stickers that were meant, and they work really well for just like stuff like this. So like, why not use them? There's a little bit more white space on them sometimes, and sometimes I'll like cut or trim down all the extra white on there. Oh, that is crooked. Can we fix that? What did I do? Let me try this one more time. Sometimes I'll trim them to give it like a little less white space, but where I'm using it today, like it literally doesn't matter, right? Like, because it's just going on the paper. Thursday, Friday, Friday, Saturday. And this was one sheet. I think I chopped it up at one point just to fit better in my storage stuff. Like the sheet was too wide. Saturday. Sunday. Okay. All right. Now, other things that I want to put in my dailies is this. And I actually want to, yes, I'm tracking my vitamin. I haven't taken any of my vitamins today. I want to write this in again still daily, because otherwise I'm not remembering. And if I don't see it in front of me and like reference it, I'll just forget straight up. And I also like to put in like, hey, don't forget to fill out your SGT log and make sure you work out. Now, I don't work out 7 days a week, but again, it's just like a visual reminder for me more than anything, versus like a, hey, you have to do this. So we're going to. So I forgot again that my memory card only holds 29 minutes of recording, and then it stops, and I didn't pay attention. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna write in the individual vitamins later. I will write over those dots, but I just want to make sure I leave the space for the stuff I know I for sure want on here, so that if I need to, like, for example, for tomorrow, I had this already written in here, but then I needed to add notes. Oh, that was today. Same thing for here. This was already written in, and then the rest of this just becomes extra space. I want to make sure I allot what I for sure know that I need, so I don't run out of room. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. However, I'm not above doing a note, and I'll show you guys what I mean in a second. I just had like an overflow note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From the back here. So this note was floating around in my planner since Tuesday. So as I was doing my check-ins on April 23rd, on Tuesday, anytime a client needed something or we came up with something, I made a list of like what I either needed to get to them or what we needed to update. And this would usually exceed this amount of space. Now, it's not always quite this much, but some weeks it is. And I have a bunch of clients going through some shit right now, because they all are, I feel like, because I do deal with hormones, metabolism, gut health, more high level stuff than just, you know, start lifting weights and whatever. Like I do, like my new clients get lab work, things like that. Like we're doing some high level shit, like in the midst of also making sure we do the basics. Ooh, I'm going to put a little YouTube. Is my little YouTube sticker in this stash or the other stash? This is from today. And so I have sometimes to keep notes. So if I do need overflow, I just stick a note here, and then I just moved that note over day to day as I worked through that to-do list. And today I finished that to-do list. Yeah, I think the notes are, YouTube video is here in this side. These are not the ones I carry with me daily. I kind of want to leave these in here though, because sometimes if I'm watching YouTube during a break or something, versus reading, I might want to mark that. So I will like just make like an extra notes page and like stick that in here. So now that I did this video, I need to make, and this was from today, we're going to make a little checklist. So I need to edit, do the thumbnail and description and upload. And I may or may not do another video, so this is the plan with me. If I do another video, I'll make another little checklist, and that'll be tomorrow. Again, we don't have anything happen. There's a Seagoat Ceramics is a page that I follow on Instagram. They're having a shop launch at 5 tomorrow, and I need to decide if I want the really cute mushroom mug or not. But I don't want to miss it. Like if I don't get one, I want it to be because I decided to not get one and not because I missed it. So anyway, okay. And then Sunday, again, nothing crazy is happening, but that's my little plan with me. That's kind of the weekly routine for there. And that's it, really. Oh, I want to catch up on my A6. I'm like 2 weeks behind in my A6 5-year journal. So let me tell you, again, I said, you know, I normally don't do these themes where I do the same little things here and here, or even like into this week. I normally don't do this structured. It's usually much more like unruly than this. Like this is this day. This was the next day. This was the next day. Oh, I did do the same there. This is different washi here. This is different washi here. This is different, right? But I just don't have the brain power to do the different washis right now. So we're just setting up the week at a time. I don't always like being locked in. Sometimes I like to pick whatever I'm in the mood for, but like also I don't want to have to waste brain power on it right now. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to stick that back in here. Stick my tweezers back in here. I'm thinking about maybe recording a video of how I'm journaling in my Hobonichi cousin that I cut down to a B6. Or I'm wondering if I just wait and do like an April flip of it. I think I might do that. Just make less work for myself. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. That was my little plan with me. By the way, this is the only working pen that I have right now. All my other pen refills busted. And then I ordered pen refills, but I ordered the wrong ones. And then in the process of realizing that I ordered the wrong ones, I broke this one, the inside. It doesn't work anymore. And I don't know how to fix it, and I'm so sad. I tried to put it back together with the other refill that was in it, which is full, by the way, but it doesn't write. I'm so annoyed that like all my pen refills just basically like died, and I don't know why. Oh, is it still broken? Yeah, see, it's not even going back together anymore. So I busted this pen. I have a little orange one that I love, but I need a neutral one also. Like, no, I need a neutral. So I might need to order another one of these. That's going in the bin. But anyway, that's this week's plan with me. I guess this week's wrap up, next week's plan with me. Nothing crazy else going on. I just am, yeah. And I'll set up maybe another little weekly. These are my daily recurring tasks, and these are just the plan with B sticky notes, and I just chop off Saturday, Sunday. Because those recurring tasks are only Monday through Friday tasks. They're not weekend tasks. And I just chop it off. But I don't know if I like this because, I don't know. But I have them, so I'll use them, and then I'll figure out something else later if I really feel like I need it. I was writing my recurring tasks down here, but I got sick of rewriting them every day, and I'll usually put my personal tasks down here if there's personal things I need to take care of. So like this is work, this is always personal, and then this is like overflow. So just a quick little, that's the week. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. This was much less chaotic than last week's video. So yeah, there we have it. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll catch you on the next one.